What's going on? Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in today. Today we're doing something a little bit different. As you can see, I'm in my gear room here. Haven't seen a whole lot of me lately because I've been moving into this new house. Sort of getting everything set up, and this is the room that I got set up to store a lot of my gear in the off season and to be doing some modifications. As you can see, I got my old Singer sewing machine out today and my Eskimo bag. This is for my I-949 pop-up by Eskimo. I think they really dropped the ball on this bag. As you can see, all my straps are torn off of it from doing the dance, trying to get it into the bag at the end of the night. When the shack's all frozen and crusty from when it gets cold out, obviously we're ice fishing. Getting the shack back into this bag is a nightmare. So what we're going to do is we're going to split it up the middle. We are going to throw a zipper on it, and we're going to throw some new straps on it. I also have to fix the bottom because the bottom is blown out. I looked on Eskimo's website. Didn't really look like they warrantied the bags. I'm sure if I called them, they'd send me a new one or work something out for me. But I think I can come up with something better with just a little bit of free time I got this evening after work. So I'm going to grab you guys, bring you over here, and we're going to get started. Alright, so as you can see here, these are the straps that Eskimo sends them with. They're all ripped off, and this was a carrying handle, and we tied it in a knot one night to get it off the lake and this and that. So we're going to start by trimming these off. I've got a better strap that I'm going to use. We might save some of this material and reuse it here down the road. But for now we're just going to get this trimmed off here so we've got sort of a clean slate to work with. Get that trimmed up. Let's see if we got any other ones on this bag. I think the other ones are long gone, as you can see. Oh, wait, there's one. Yeah, so that's what's left of this one here. Let's see if we can't take this one off in a whole piece. If I knew where my stitch ripper was, that would be a good time for it, but there we go. So we'll probably end up reusing that, getting it back on the bag. But the first thing we're going to address is the fact that the bottom blew out. It seems like they do have some kind of fabric or foam or something in there to help with the blowout on the bottom, but it just completely came apart on all their stitching. So that's cool. We're going to turn this inside out, fire up the machine, sew it back on, and then we're going to get to the good stuff. So taking a look at the bag overall, it is a pretty heavy-duty construction. I just don't know what they were thinking when they didn't put a zipper in, and they threw those straps on thinking that they were going to hold. So we're just going to see if we can't figure out how to put this puzzle back together here and get her sewn up. This old Singer is one of the best pieces of equipment I got. It'll pretty much sew through anything that I put at it and repair all my pants and all my gear and pretty much anything I can think of. Alright, so I got the bottom of the bag all sewed back together. And what I got for the zipper, it's nothing fancy. It's no YKK or anything like that. This is just from Hobby Lobby or something of that nature that I had in sort of my supplies. It's a decent sew-in zipper, nothing crazy, but it'll work. I think it's going to make getting in the shack in and out of the bag a whole lot easier. So we're just going to hang that there for now. Now we sort of got to decide where we're going to split this and add the zipper. I'm thinking right here at the seam is going to be the best place to get a straight line. So we're just going to dive in and see what happens. I'm just going to split this down. I don't plan on splitting it all the way down. I plan on splitting it about 3/4 of the way down. Seeing what we can do from there. Probably split it down to this seam line right there. This bag sure stinks. It smells like it's had a stinky fish house in it for a while. Maybe after this we'll put it through the wash machine, but probably not. Alright, so we're just going to split it to that seam there. That leaves this side pretty clean, and the seam on this other side here. Just laid back out. See what we can come up with. Let's see. Alright, so I've got this seam section split out of there. We're just going to throw that away. That's going to make the install of the zipper a little bit easier. So now we're going to see what we got going on here. This zipper's got a couple of zips on it. So let's see. We want it to open going down, so we're going to zip it all the way up to the top. Just go from there. I think I'm going to leave this long and just sort of sew it in as I go. Alright, so I struggled with that a little bit. I had to figure out how I have to get this all orientated to get it to work right. So I ended up with inside out on the shack, outside zipper side down. I'm no seamster or seamstress or whatever the word for a man that can sew is, but I get her done. They're not always straight, but they're usually strong. So we're just going to start sewing this in. Of course, and right as I say that, I break my thread. So we're gonna rewind this thread through my needle, and then we're gonna start sewing this. Alright, so I got the one half of the zipper sewn on. Now I'm sure if you are a seamstress or know more about sewing than I do, this is where it would come in handy to sew the second set of zipper on. But the only easy way I know how to do it is the bag's inside out, and I'm just going to lay the zipper flat down like that and sew there. It's not going to quite look the same when you turn it right side out, but we're going for function over fashion. It's just sort of seeing if we can't get a bag that we can get our tent into at the end of the night. Alright, so I got that sewed all the way down to the end here. I'm going to pull it off the machine and turn it around, or at least take a peek in there and make sure my idea worked. Yep, so there it is. I'm going to bring it up to the camera. I guess, oh, gotta find you there. I guess I should have done it the same on both sides and it would have looked a little better. But it is what it is. Alright, so it's a new night, as you can see. I got a different color shirt on. But we finished this up. We ended up cutting the one side off, the first side of the zipper that I had done, because I realized I didn't do it right. And I did them both with that inside fold technique that you saw me do. So it looks much better. That seam is tucked in on the inside. And then the only other thing I did was I sewed these two patches on here, and what those are is they're pretty much a keeper for the zipper so that it doesn't zip off. But as you can see, it works, totally functional, and I think it's going to make my life so much easier. For the ties that I'm going to be using, I've got these guys here. These are name brand tie. Let's see what they're made for, who they're made from. They are Sea to Summit ties. They're the same type of moly webbing, and what they have on it is this aluminum quick grip deal there, and then you can cinch them down. So I'm going to be running those, see how long it takes me to lose them, get them out on the lake. But I think that for now, unless I feel like sewing on some new straps, this is probably going to be what I'm going to run. But other than that, it turned out really good. I know I've seen some other guys online do it. But I think Eskimo should get with the program and put zippers in their bags. Maybe if we all do it, they'll start doing it, and then we won't have to do it. But till then, I really enjoy modifying gear, making it work better in my eyes. There's always something you can improve on, and maybe one day I'll hit the golden ticket and come up with a product for you guys. But until then, thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button if you liked the video, comment if you got a question or anything, and I'll get back with you. And we're going to hit the lake tomorrow, so there's going to be some more content coming. Thanks again.